Hello, everybody. For this assignment, I decided to do And Tango Makes Three and The Witches by Roald Dahl. Oh. And this one's by Justin Richardson, Peter Parnell, and illustrated by Henry Cole. I'm going to start the day off by talking about this one. This book was challenged by two parents named Justin Richardson and Peter Parnell in Acme, Iowa for LGBTQIA plus content. I disagree with this challenge. I believe that this is the type of thing that shouldn't be hidden from kids. Just because someone has two dads or two moms doesn't mean it's going to be the end of the world. So I'm going to read a passage from it. If I could find it. Two penguins in the penguin house were a little bit different. One was named Roy and the other was named Silo. Roy and Silo were both boys and they did everything together. They bowed to each other and walked together. They sang to each other and swam together. Wherever Roy went, Silo went too. Every morning, Roy and Silo woke up together, but one day, Roy and Silo saw that the other couples could do something they could not. The mama penguin would lay an egg. She and the papa would take turns keeping the egg warm until finally it would hatch, and then there would be a baby penguin. So, this book is just about two male penguins that were, I'm guessing, in love with each other and they wanted a life together. And throughout the book, they make their own nest but they don't have an egg until a zookeeper notices what they're doing and he gives them a lone egg, which they hatch and the baby comes out and they end up having a life together with Tango. That's what the zookeeper named the baby penguin. I would defend this book saying there's nothing wrong with being gay, and hiding it from your kids will just give them the wrong impression of what it is. I mean, love is love after all. And the next book was The Witches. This book was challenged by some libraries in England because it perceived misogyny and had a negative portrayal of women. This is because Roald Dahl said that only females can be witches. The main plot of the book is that a bunch of witches want to turn all the children in England into mice, and a grandmother and her grandson want to stop them. I sort of disagree with this challenge. The concept that Roald Dahl said only women can be witches is kind of true, because males are considered warlocks and females witches. I also agree with this challenge because they are both the same thing, witches and warlocks. I have no idea how I would defend this book. I probably would just save the headache and not have it in my classroom. It is a comedic book, but it has a rather unhappy ending when the little boy turns into a mouse. And then the grandma and the little boy go around the world to get rid of all the witches. So I'm going to read a passage. If I can find the page. On page 24 of the chapter starting out, How to Recognize a Witch. It says, the second thing to remember that a real witch is always bald. Bald as a boiled egg, my grandmother said. I was shocked. There was something indecent about a bald woman. Why are they bald, Grandma? Don't ask me why, she snapped, but you can take it from me that not a single hair grows on a witch's head. How horrid. Disgusting, my grandmother said. If she's bald, she'll be easy to spot, I said. Okay. So, like I said, both these books are nice books. I probably would avoid having this one in my classroom, but I would have this one in my classroom. I would argue that there's nothing wrong with And Tango Makes Three. It's a lovely book. I had a nice time reading it. And I had a fun time reading this too. I actually started it yesterday during class time and just finished it before I made this video. But I still love the book. I would recommend anyone to read it, but yeah. Okay. So, thank you, and I hope you enjoy.